The full-time whistle goes, and that, what a dog of a football match. But Liverpool are the king dog of the yard. Turf Moor. Don't know what. I felt like something would develop as I started talking there, but it never did. Yes. Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. Fabinho from a first half corner. The decisive goal in the game. Steve, yeah. I mean, Gav read in our Club Legend Discord chat saying, that'll do.
Yeah. That'll do, mate. Like I say, it was a dog of a footy game. Let's do today's shows and then let's never speak of it ever again. Like, it feels like one of those that come the end of the season, wherever Liverpool lay in the league, you won't remember that time we won 1-0 at Burnley. And then next year we were like, what score did we get on against Burnley last year? And you'll kind of forget.
And we'll still remember Burnley being a hard place to go to.
And it was.
It was, yeah.
They dogged in, but like I say, like, just a bit of Jurgen's made up. I think he loves this type of game. I remember a while ago, we referenced the Clavan game and he said like that was one of his favourite games because just a bit of grit and determination and a little bit of bollocks as well.
Yep.
And Liverpool showed all that. Like Liverpool were the better team, but I think the conditions were almost a bit of a leveller, which again can happen. But yeah, what this Liverpool side don't lack is fight and determination and hunger and willing to work and like do the dirty work and put your head in and put your foot in. Like silky players, what you'd call silky players, like Keita, Thiago when he comes on. Like you'd expect that from like Fabinho, Van Dijk, Matip, but like Bobby putting his foot in. You know, that harrying round the lad in midfield when it was Firmino, Thiago and Keita, like that kind of stuff where you just have to hook up by crook.
I wouldn't have thought this was a game for Keita, and I thought he handled it really well, to be honest. We had some super chats coming if you want to get the stats ready, stay. Rabadam with 20 knocks. Do not operate heavy machinery after watching this yet. It was a slightly tiring thing there. Welcome Julie Curtin, who's joined us as a first team member. You can access the members only live chat in the show that will immediately follow this on YouTube. That will be Liverpool fan reactions. We have got a super chat here from Carl Martin. Tough match, but the Reds will prevail. YNWA, making good use of the emotes that members here on YouTube can use right there. Thank you so much, Carl. And Ojan O'Brien, Martin Wankerson.
I've heard you call him a dickhead, but yeah.
Wankinson is probably slightly better, but I appreciate the effort, mate. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice one. Appreciate it.
Steve, you got the stats from the game for us?
Yeah, like I say, so in terms of, you mentioned possession before, 67% Liverpool had much more of the ball, 12 shots, 4 on target. Burnley had a lot of shots, they had 8 and 5 on target, like it wasn't, Alisson did have to make some saves as well. I think what this one's interesting, it's the 7 offsides for them. Liverpool's high line did work.
Yep.
Like as much as people say, you know, it causes issues and it can be dangerous, like 7 times you got them. A lot of them would have been, it's those chances that you're
asking the ball to be perfect, Steve. That's the
and the time of the run.
Exactly. You're asking them to have the perfect pass, and you're asking the centre forward to be faster than either our centre halves or our goalie, who are all the best in the world at what they do.
And then even if you get it, right, and the ball's perfect and the run's perfect and you're in behind, you've still got to beat Alisson. Like, you know, it's like the gauntlet, isn't it? You've got to get 4 or 5 things spot on. So yeah, 7 offsides for them. Interesting. We said it was a dog of a game, like 1 yellow card, and that was just in the first half. So it wasn't
Jordan
like
Henderson, the only one.
Yeah.
Tough game for the skipper, actually. We'll talk more about him and the individual performances on the instant match reaction later on. For those who don't know, we'll be streaming that live about an hour or so's time over on Redmen Plus on the redmentv.com. So if you want a bit more in-depth analysis, we'll be doing that. We've got the free shows before then, of course, on YouTube. I will be doing your reactions to this, and Steve will be doing player ratings after that as well. But yeah, it was. I will happily never think about this football match again at some point in the near future. Have you got the XG?
Yeah, I'm going to bring the XG. Like if you look at these big circles on the screen for those who watch it no longer, like there are 4 big chances Liverpool had. Now, granted, one's Fabinho's that falls back to him, and I get that. But there's still, like say, Mane has a chance. That was that one.
The volley.
Both 2 from Mane. We have Fabinho's on the side.
What if they're the 2 from the same?
Potentially will be. Yeah, so let's see. So 29 minutes yet he was, and then a few others as well, like half chances. Liverpool were good. We did create a bit. Say Nick Pope makes a couple of good saves. What I liked about it in general is that even when there was like a few minutes to go, sometimes you can think, oh, the barrage just coming. Like Burnley didn't really create anything of note in that last 5-10 minutes. We were worried, like, oh, we haven't got the goal. Their biggest chance came in the 28th minute, and it's one where Rodriguez is must have been smothered by Alisson. Other than that, their XG's time, there's nothing in them whatsoever. They didn't really have a sniff. They had a few half chances, but I thought game management wise, I thought how we handover from like 88 to the full-time whistle. We created a couple of opportunities there and then, but we kept the ball. We slowed things down. One free kicks, one offside.
We kept them thinking. So you're right. We didn't rush it. We didn't force it. We weren't chasing 2-0 because there was no need to chase 2-0. Yep. So the amount of times we built up to a point and then went back to the goalie or went back to the centre halves and Thiago and Keita were just knocking the ball back and forth between one another. But we still actually then crafted opportunities when they arose, and that meant that Burnley couldn't get up ahead of steam to be like, we'll throw the kitchen sink at Liverpool here, because they didn't have the ball and they didn't, and they couldn't breathe, and we didn't then do anything stupid where we then start whipping crosses into the box, which then gives them an opportunity to head away and then get them on the other foot. It was a very mature end to the game from Liverpool, without it being a boring one either. It was just a good. It was more entertaining than some of the other spells of the game actually.
Yeah, it was professional. I think the big stat is when you go to Burnley, can you win your aerial duels? Well, Liverpool won 15 and they won 12, and a lot of their 12 was their defenders win them. Like in terms like Vegas didn't win really anything against Van Dijk and Matip. They had like a couple of ones. I thought Van Dijk and Matip, again we'll speak about this more definitely later, I thought our centre halves were outstanding. You know, it was bombs away a few times, long throw-ins, corners, free kicks, long balls forward, and Van Dijk just it always felt like the first contact was Van Dijk, and if it wasn't, it was often Matip and then Fabinho as well. But I thought I've seen lesser Liverpool defenders just wilt, because at some point they play the percentages and say, right, we'll bomb 15 long balls and all we need is one. Yeah. We just need one to go our way. We need someone to lose a battle against Vegas or against Barnes or against Rodriguez, and they didn't. And that's the key, is that if you can keep the back door closed like we did pretty much, you'd always think that we're going to get one. Whether, again, it could be a bit of quality, a set play or something, we should always get one. I thought, thoroughly professional performance. It's easier now in hindsight looking back on it, because in the moment, again, it's 1-0 and the weather's shit and you're thinking, oh. And again, I referenced the Leicester game felt a bit like this. Liverpool were in complete control. It's just that they couldn't get that second one. If they got the second one, we wouldn't have even felt anything. But, like I say, Burnley did nothing of note, even from probably in the second half, to be honest. Do you remember Alisson having anything to do in the second half? Really?
Well, again, to the point on this, you never know, because the amount of offside chances, the feel like Alisson's been called into superhuman, acrobatics, and that's the corner chance I'm thinking of there, where he goes through, but it's offside.
He's offside, it's just a line.
So honest answer is, I find it very hard to unpick what was an actual chance for Burnley and what was. It was offside.
Most of it, in general, most of it was offside. I know. I'll bring it up in a minute. I'll try and get some player stats for us, because you're right in referencing the Alisson stuff. But it's weird in that it does makes you more nervous than you need to be. That thing where they let the play run on, because you're right in saying like that corner one feels like Alisson was scrambling around his goal and the lad was running, but the flag had gone up, like he was offside. And I felt a few times that's what made us a bit more nervous.
There's a super chat here from Neil O'Callaghan with €5. Thank you so much. He says, we were poor but glad to get the 3 points, and I think they had one eye on the Inter game this week. See, I there's nothing to disprove that. My gut feeling on this is that I thought Liverpool were fine. You know, that game, that environment, I say literally the environment, you know, the weather conditions and everything that goes against how Liverpool play football, and goes very much towards how Burnley play football. There was a comment before which I thought summed it up really well. It's like United played better and got a worse result. But this is the thing about Liverpool.
They throw one in, don't they? Maguire switches off.
Our complaint about Liverpool this season is we've been involved in too many great games for the neutrals. Yeah. This was a horrible game for everyone involved, but Liverpool won it. I'm not arsed. Now, when you're winning from set pieces, you could argue, well, you've got a bit of luck there, but Liverpool practice set pieces, and Liverpool score more goals from set pieces than anyone else. You know, or at worst, we're on a par with Man City, who are also the best at these kind of things. So we're just going to our Arsenal. We're winning in a kind of way that's absolutely legitimate. It just doesn't feel as sexy or as beautiful. This is title-winning form. It's just that because we're not top of the league, we're not thinking of it that way. Yeah. We want to see us steamroller teams to feel a bit better about everything, but Man City will be more upset with us winning that way, because they will have looked at that and looked at all the things going on and go, this is a banana peel for Liverpool to slip on, and they haven't. They've just dealt with it.
You're right. I don't think we played badly. I think that's wrong. I think there was in the first half especially, I thought the final ball at times was lacking. But like you reference Alisson there, about the saves and any pressure we were under. He makes 5 saves, but 3 of them are just long range nothings that he just catches. He has and then he has the one from James Rodriguez, which is a good save, and then he has one other in the box as well, which again was not spectacular. It was the one when he dived across and cut up and pounded. There was nothing of note really. 5 saves. He didn't have to.
All of his match-winning saves all come from offside.
His match-winning stuff was when he was sweeper keeping. That's the match-winning stuff. You know, his sweeper keeping was outstanding.
We've got one final super chat here before we wrap up on the Final Whistles show. It's Crossbow with 449. Thank you so much. I can't wait for Burnley to go down. I'm so sick of them always playing well against us. And Alisson Becker, what a man, best keeper in the world. Yeah, I'm done with Burnley now. Yeah. It's been good fun, and with the greatest respect to all their fans who don't. There's no fan base ever really deserves to go down apart from Man United, Everton, and Leeds.
Leeds, really? You like Leeds,
horrible. Leeds are horrible, mate. Horrible, and they always have been horrible. People have forgotten that because they've been away for so long. Everyone hates Leeds, and everyone's meant to hate Leeds. Obviously, Millwall. There's some horrible fan bases, everything like that. But the point is, fine. Burnley have had the day, and they are going to go down. There's nothing there, particularly if Weghorst is injured now. That's their big hit. Literally, they're in a lot of trouble, right. And they should be, to be fair, because I think it's a positive sign for the league that those type of teams and those type of approaches are gradually sort of being phased out, and they'll rear their head every other season or so, and you might have 1 or 2 more, like Allardyce creaming his kecks in a lockdown football season. But anyway,
even they went down.
Fuck them. Yeah, good. Right, yes, we've got plenty more to come from us. Stay tuned here on YouTube if you are here live with us right now. I'm going to be doing your reactions to this. Then Steve will be doing player ratings, and then immediately following that, we will be having a good old, more in-depth chat after we've had some more of the reaction and what have you from this game over on Redmen Plus, which you can see if you go to the redmentv.com right now. It is there waiting for you. Just click the big join today button, sign up, and get the instant match reaction show live streamed at about 5:30 this evening. And then, if you want to get there now and skip all those other shows and get involved with the Stuart Downing conversation with all the other brilliant streaming content, you can do. We're on the countdown to Wembley. Perfect time to join Redmen Plus. The Reds playing twice a week, pre-match, post-match. We've got you covered in podcast form, and again, documentaries, features, and interviews galore. It's like Netflix for Liverpool fans. Thank you so much, Steve. That's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
And Steve will be back with player ratings, and he'll be back with Instant Match Reaction. We'll see you there soon. Ta-ra.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that show. We are on the countdown to the League Cup final. Liverpool playing Chelsea at the end of February. And if you want to get some amazing content around that game, we have got you covered.
We have got exclusive interviews and documentaries all available in video and podcast form. So you want to listen to us on the go, we have got you sorted.
Yeah, so do head on over to the redmentv.com, join up to Redmen Plus, and hopefully get yourselves in the mood for when Liverpool win the League Cup at Wembley.